Joey a TikTok of them. He said his manager and his dad, and I said, "Is this real? Like, is this like being legit?" He said, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh yeah, DeVito, damn it, DeVito."
What does Joe say about him?
I didn't get Joey's opinion on it. I just know people were saying that not because DeVito is better, but his likeness is more than Danny Dimes, so we getting the boot
Yeah,
and
I think it.
Demity.
I think it's when you move. I think it's when it's like rubbing up against your face or something. I don't know. You're all right.
Demi DeVito.
I don't know.
Can you
You're
still
all
hear
right.
me? Can you still hear me like this?
No, go back. Go back the other way. You're good. Just leave it. We'll figure it out. You can listen back to it. We'll go how it is. Just try not to rub it against your jacket or anything. Yeah, don't do whatever you just did because I was loud as about shit. Hold on, mom's coming in before we do anything. So I'm gonna mute my mic for a minute. We shouldn't be too long anyway.
Oh, I think I found it.
I do apologize. Can you hear me?
Oh, you're breathing heavy as hell.
All right.
Damn, son, Jesus. Shoot your mouth closed. My God.
I'm trying to hurry up and eat so we can start. Make sure I'm sending out podcasts to people I want to send it out to. All right, you ready?
Demi DeVito.
Hell, can't do nothing around here. All right, you good? What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the NFL Weekly Matchup, week number 15. Had a great week of NFL football. Coming down to the nitty gritty here. Getting close to the playoffs. Obviously, fantasy football playoffs starting this week. Bryson, Sadly, you're not a part of that, but I think you said you did get a win this week, even though you're outside of playoffs.
Two wins back to back. Team finally steps up when time is not needed.
Yeah, and my team's falling apart. So
Johnson, all you. So am I technically fighting for
you'd
third,
be fighting for sixth or seventh place, I
seventh
guess,
place? All right, fight for seven.
because there's 6 teams in the playoffs.
I do like my odds in the loser bracket. I think I can muscle my way through there. That's my goal now. Try to win the losers bracket. Sucks if it's the playoffs, but fighting back, finish the regular season. I guess you could say 7-7. First time, can't complain. But yeah,
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm dealing with some injuries right now. I'll say I had Tank Dell, one of my best receivers, go down, and then Justin Herbert gets hurt this week. I had Stu beat me, and Stu's quarterback got benched, and he's got Minnesota, who only scored 3. They won 3-0, the lowest scoring game this week. I mean, I don't know who would want to watch that. I'd feel sorry if I paid tickets to go to that game. But that's all. I mean, I had that game in the written up, but that's pretty much all we're going to say about it. So, Stu was all hyped about Minnesota, wasn't he, Bryson? He was all hyped.
He loves Josh Dobbs now.
Yeah. Well, Josh Dobbs is no longer the starting quarterback. Just FYI, he just got benched, so it's going to be Nick Mullen. So looks like Stu Quavius Bennett's going to be in the same predicament as me. I'll have Jordan Love this week, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, Stu's looking like he's got a bye week this week though. So Stu's got a bye week. If y'all want to catch up on the fantasy football, Stu's got a bye week. I believe me and Clay play this week. It's winter. It's brother versus. It's back to week 1. Brother versus brother matchup. Me versus Clay to advance to the second round. So we'll see how that goes. I think I'm favored to win. I'm not sure. I don't like my chances though. My team's not been playing too hot lately, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, let's talk about a couple games here. I know we had a couple big games. Bryson, we were talking a little bit before about one specific player, but we'll get in that in a minute. Ravens defeating the defeating the Rams. They play the Jaguars this week. Defeating the Rams in overtime, 37-31 after a punt return. Bryson, did you see the punt return?
I did. That was pretty amazing.
Did you think there was a block in the back there, though? I did.
Watching it, it's kind of
yeah.
It's 50-50.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like a block in the back to me, but Ravens came back. Rams are a good team, though, in my opinion. I think the Rams if the Rams get in the playoff, I don't think you want to play them. I think Matthew Stafford, Bryson, Matthew Stafford's always been a somewhat decent quarterback. I mean, he's been a solid quarterback. He's a good quarterback. He can win games, so good quarterback to have. And they got the weapons over there, and Nakua and Cooper Kupp and all those guys over there, and Aaron Donald on the defense. So I don't think that's a team you want to play right now, because they're getting healthy. So if they make a playoffs, I somehow, some way, I'd watch out for them. But Ravens getting another win there, big win for the Ravens. Obviously, I think Odell's getting a little rhythm in with Lamar Jackson. So see how that goes. Lions dropping another game, losing 28-13 to the Bears. That's another team we got another fan of, Clay high on the Lions. They ain't going too hot right now.
Started off hot, and then I guess that Thanksgiving game really done them in. I guess they got full. I don't know. They ain't looking hot. They ain't looking like the same team they were the first couple weeks.
Yeah, divisional game. I mean, they're facing the Bears team that's been looking better the last few weeks. They got healthy. They got they got Fields back a few weeks ago, and they're getting healthy. Defense is looking good, even though they lost some pieces the last couple years, and they used to have Roquan back a couple. I think it was last year they traded for him, year before last. So I mean, defense is not the same what it's been in years past, but they're still good. I know DJ Moore ran one in. He had also a receiving touchdown, so they're connecting there. But the Lions, I don't know. I feel like the Lions can beat any team, but they can also lose to any team. So it's kind of weird there. We mentioned the worst game of the year, probably one of the worst games of all time. I mean, 3-0. I mean, we mentioned that. We don't need to talk about that. I think they said that was the second lowest scoring all time game since such and such. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it was pretty wild. 3-0 until the fourth quarter too. It was all the way till the fourth quarter until they Minnesota made that field goal. But anyway, Buffalo defeating Kansas City 20-17 after Mahomes cries on the side. Did you see that?
Yeah, I lost respect. I lost
Yeah.
all respect. Hey, just because you won,
And he was offsides too. So
Oh, he was. Shout to Florida. We taught him the best. You can't get. Yeah, you won MVP. You won the Super Bowl. You can't get things always your way. He was clearly offsides. Now I saw another clip where the cameraman came on. And he was like, blocking the camera. I don't know if you saw that or not. I was like, grow up, dude. Kermit the Frog's pissed off. So,
did you see the ones that like people was like saying they put Kermit the Frog's voice and showed that was funny.
Yeah, I like the one picture where they put Tony 15 yards in front of the line of scrimmage saying no, he still wasn't offsides. I mean, clearly he was offsides.
Hey, hell of a play though. I'll give it a hell of a play.
Yes,
hell of a play. I mean, if he was onside, it worked out. Tony's kind of screwed him this year. A couple
drops, a couple drop catches
early in the season and now. So
and Mahomes was saying,
hold on. I mean, rant right now. You see, we're doing something. You just left the house. Why are you calling me? I was trying to answer. Sorry. If she needs something, she'll call back. Anyway, I apologize. Anyway, but yeah, Buffalo getting the win there. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Yeah, another thing I didn't like about what Mahomes said, it was like, how can you take that play back from Kelsey? That's a Hall of Famer right there. I'm like, Jesus. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, I saw that too.
That's just ridiculous. You lost fair and square. It was offsides. Don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Buffalo getting the win there. They're still fighting for the playoffs. I mean, they could possibly get in there. It seems like they since got the coordinator. James Cook's getting a little bit more involved.
Yep.
Offense looking a little bit better. Maybe Diggs not, not so much, but offense has been a little bit better. So we'll see what Buffalo does. They got another big game this week against Dallas. So Dallas is hot right now. Dallas was my team to
off a big win,
make the NFC Championship game against the Niners. So we'll see how that goes. But another couple games. Speaking of Dallas, had Dallas dominating Philly 33-13. Like everyone else sees. I mean, Philly don't look as good to me this year. I don't know. I mean, they had a weak schedule last year, so everybody's high on Philly, and they got a lot of young guys. So we'll see what happens there. Maybe I'm sure they'll bounce back. I'm sure they'll be in it once it comes playoff time. But I just don't know if they can get past Dallas or the 49ers. I mean, Niners are something different.
But Niners looking good.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is they're getting injured. They still got injuries on the defense. They had another, I think, defensive back go down last week. So that's a big issue with the Niners. Niners stay healthy.
If you play Prize Picks or really DraftKings, and if you playing Brock Purdy and Debo Samuel at the moment, you're cashing out. That's all I know.
Yeah, I did. I think the first week, and I was a couple weeks ago when they did well.
And they are both of them are balling out at the moment.
Yeah, Debo's had some 2 great weeks since he came back from injury, but also had some Monday night games. Had a doubleheader Monday night. One game, I actually fell asleep at halftime, so I did fall asleep in this game. Miami was, I believe, up in this game. Tennessee came back and won. I believe it was a couple touchdown deficit. Did you see this any?
No, I did watch some of the Barstool Monday Night Live show, and
Tennessee won. They won 28-27 coming back. I did see what you're talking about too. Tank followed
Ford Frank. There. I mean, yeah, I feel bad for him. I mean, sucks. I saw when he got mad with Tyreek Hill, and then when they came back, and he completely lost it. Shout out Frank Tank.
Yeah, then he got pissed off at Rico. I saw that. Yeah. That was good, but
shout out to Frank. He did make one call when he said the missed camera angle, and then they missed the field goal. I don't know if you saw that or not. He was getting mad at the cameraman. He's like, "Oh my gosh, this is where they missed the kick every time this camera angle came up," and that camera angle came up, and he missed the field goal.
No, I didn't see it, but I know Tua probably had his worst game. One of his worst games probably his worst game of the season. One of the worst, I don't know if I'd say the worst game of his career, but it didn't look good. He throws some stuff on the dime, but he didn't look good at all. That he also threw a lot of bad passes in that game. So But Tyreek Hill did get injured part of that game, so I'm sure Miami will be back. They got a tough game, one of the toughest defenses in football. One of the toughest defenses in football in the Jets this week. But another game Monday night had the Giants and Tommy DeVito defeat the Packers.
The man.
Tommy DeVito and his agent. I think Bryson has found his new favorite player in the NFL.
Have. Like I said, I'm not a big NFL guy, but Tommy DeVito, he hit me hard right here. Hit me hard, brings me back home. The Italian stallion. I mean, what else do you want from the man? I mean, everybody in New York likes him. His agent. I love it. Just bringing the Italians back.
Yeah, Joe. I don't know how happy Joe wanted the Blues because they're still.
Haven't talked to Joe. I have asked Joey about it, but he likes anybody that's better than Danny Dimes, and I think you found your answer for a little bit, not your long term, but
I was more talking about the team as a whole. I mean, you kind of want them to lose because you want a higher draft pick, but what can you do?
Joey's saying, and it's like a big Giants guy saying Jaden Daniels is supposedly
now that they're winning. He don't know if that's possible. I talked to him the other day. He don't know if that's possible with them winning. Word on the street is before we're going to talk about a little. Get off that topic. Bill Belichick is retiring. New Orleans, please, God, fire Dennis Allen and hire Bill Belichick. Hire somebody. Bill Belichick would be a good job, and get a quarterback. Draft a quarterback. Get rid of Derek Carr. Please, Lord, help us all. Anyway, just wanted to say that.
Do we see in the future a Nick Saban and Bill combination?
Maybe on TV, but not in the NFL.
Boy, that'd be a hell of a coaching staff right there. Goodness gracious.
No, they won't be together. They both ain't got many years left as far as coaching. So, we'll see. We'll see there. But, yeah, Tommy DeVito and them, the Giants getting another win there. I think that was about it. I mean, we had a couple injuries last week. We're going to talk about that, in a little bit. But, by the way, we're not doing the college football podcast tonight. I did not mention that. If anyone watches this or listens to this back, we're going to do it next week. We're going to, not many great games this upcoming bowl week. If you haven't joined the bowl pick'em, I know we have a few people in there. Anybody that wants to join, anybody that listens to this, if you want to join, just let me know. It's free, whatever. We're just doing it for fun. Winner will announce on the show, whatnot. But Bryson, are you excited for the bowl games as well?
I really am. I love the Army-Navy game.
A couple good games this week. I mean, we got Georgia Tech and I think, or no, is that one this? Appalachian State and Miami of Ohio play. I think. Yep. And then a couple other games this weekend, so we'll see that.
Yeah, I'm excited. Got some of my friends and family to join. So Blitz Bama Blitz. Yeah, that's my name. Like I said, got family friends in there, so I'm kind of excited how everybody thinks.
Yeah, on the show next week, I'll probably pick about 10 to 15 games we'll talk about and go over. For next week, just to talk about, just because we do have a lot of big games coming up. Won't talk about a little of the small games. We'll kind of pick and choose, some of the good matchups we'll see. But anyway, let's get back into the NFL. Player of the week. I don't know if you got one. I got two, in case you didn't get one.
I got one.
You do?
I do.
Okay, go ahead with yours, in case we have the same one.
The one and only Tommy DeVito. I mean, not great stats. 17 for 21, 158 yards, 1 touchdown, but the man led the team to a victory. I mean, I love it. Absolutely love it. It's you ain't got to be the greatest, but what you bring to the team and the fan base is just amazing, and I love that. And shout out Tommy DeVito. That might be in New Jersey. I might get just for the hell of it. I'm being serious. I mean, he's got my favorite number 15. I mean, what else? He's Italian. You can't ask for no more. The Italian stallion, baby.
We do have some breaking news. I was trying to see what came up coming out of the NBA. I was trying to see what it was here. I don't know if you can pull it up faster than I can. I really wanted to see that. It was about the Draymond Green suspension. I wanted to see how long he was suspended here. I'm sorry for. Let's see if it says it on here.
If you've been a long supporter of C&BSports, we used to do basketball.
Yeah, indefinitely. So they didn't announce. Oh, that's kind of spending Draymond Green indefinitely. Did you see the hit the other day? Just a question.
I did not, but I just got to spend Draymond Green deal. So like all season.
So no, indefinitely. That means it could be. There's no timetable. Well, you remember he choked out Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
Remember that one, right? Well, yesterday he went back and swung and hit Yusuf Nurkic in the face. Kind of, he says it wasn't on purpose, but he did apologize. But kind of, I mean,
Nice.
it did look like it was on purpose.
Love
But anyway, Draymond Green suspended. I got 2 players a week. Honorable mention: the Cougar hunter Zach Wilson had a great game. Didn't ride a stout town, but they had a great game. 30-6 win over the Jets. I think he passed 300 yards, a couple touchdowns after getting benched. So Zach Wilson is back. Anyway, but I'm going Bryson. Listen to this name here. I don't know if you knew he was still in the league. He's back in the league. Joe Flacco. Did you know?
Oh yeah. He helped me out a lot. I had David Njoku on my team.
That's right. You told me this.
Two touchdowns. So shout out to Joe.
Joe Flacco, 26 for 45, 311 yards, and 3 passing touchdowns, 31-27 win over the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And not an easy win either.
And then they reverted him back to the practice squad. I think they did that for other reasons. I think he's coming back to starter. I think that was I forgot the whole reasoning there, but I think he's coming back to be the starter. I think they had to do that for a reason. I think he's going to be the starter this week. Don't count me on that. But anyway, Joe Flacco, player of the week. I'm not a fan of Joe Flacco ever since I just always thought he'd been carried, especially that Super Bowl over the 49ers. But, hey, he's a winner. I mean, he wins games. So what can you do? Anyway, let's get into the games. We'll get into week 15 here. We got some Thursday games, Saturday games, Sunday and Monday games here. So let's go Thursday night football. We got the Chargers at the Raiders. Raiders favored by 3.5. Actually, I didn't give the records for the week. Let me do that before we get into it. And by the way, Josh ain't here tonight. He will be back next week. So Josh won't be here. He'll be back next week for college and NFL. But the records we have here, Josh went 5-10. He is 107 and 101 overall. By the way, very close matchup here. Very close matchup. I went 8-7, 109 and 99 overall. I took back the crown, I believe,
nice.
Here. Bryson, you went 6-9. You are tied with Josh, 107, 101. And Clay is in second place. He went 6-9. He's 108 and 100. So very tight race. I took back the crown this week. So these games are very pivotal, coming down to the wire. I don't think we've ever been this close in these games. So we'll see what happens here. But anyway,
I'll go and say this: even though if I don't win this season, I'm above 500. That I consider that a win for myself.
I'm be honest. Above 500 in NFL picking games is pretty good for anybody. Seriously, especially picking spreads. I mean, that's pretty good.
I started off bad. I think I won one time. I was like 30-60 at one point.
There's some proof. I don't think you were that bad, but I think you were like 39 and something. But there's some pros that don't even go over 500. I mean, they're around 500. So I mean, over 500 is pretty good for all of us. We're doing pretty good. Anyway, Chargers at the Raiders. Raiders favored by 3.5 in this game. Herbert is out. I believe they're starting Easton Stick, who came in last week. Herbert hurt his finger. What was that face?
Easton Stick.
Okay, anyway. But Herbert out for this game. Chargers, I believe they ended up, did they win? I can't even remember. Did they win with the stick? I'm trying to find the game here. No, I think they lost. No, they lost to Denver 24-7. But going against the Raiders lost 3-0. I'll lead us off, Bryson. I can't go with a team that couldn't put up a point. Easton Stick, I don't think looked that bad. He kind of moved the ball a little bit, so I'm going with the Chargers to at least lose by a field goal here, plus 3.5 divisional game. I'm going to go with the Chargers here. Who are you going with?
I'm also going Chargers. Like you said, I mean, you can't score. You got to, 4-quarter score. You can't do it against the Vikings, and I know the Vikings got not the best defense, but it's not the worst either. Very disappointed for the Raiders offense there. I expect Eckler to touch the rock a little bit more in this game, so give me the Chargers.
Yeah, Eckler, we'll see if he can, especially maybe get some dump offs. He's usually known for getting targets, so maybe with the backup, maybe get a little dump off. So keep it going. And Mike Williams has been a big loss for him too. So, but see if Chargers can get things back rolling here. Let's go to the Saturday games. We got some Saturday games this week, 3 of them. We are going to Vikings, new quarterback, Nick Mullins. I don't know if you know much about Nick Mullins, former 49ers quarterback, and I think he's somewhere else, against the real deal right now, playing at the Bengals and Jake Browning. Bengals favored by 3.5. What a matchup here. Mullins versus Browning. Bryson, who you going with this one?
Yeah, I'm going Bengals. Browning's still looking very good to me. I mean, not the permanent quarterback for Bengals, but a good substitute. So give me the Bengals.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go Bengals as well. Bengals are at home. I know it's 3.5. I know it's a big number, but like I said, Vikings, I mean, can't put up points. Jefferson did get hurt again. I didn't look up to see if he was coming back or not. I don't know what the word is on him, but I played him in DraftKings. Thought he was going to have a big day. Of course, 3 points. Woohoo! Got hurt. All right, but anyway, let's go with the Bengals there. Like you said, Browning playing good, getting a couple rushing touchdowns, I believe, last week. So see what happens there. Let's go to got a couple other backup quarterbacks here. We're going 4:30 p.m. Steelers at the Colts. Colts favored by 2.5. We got Mitch Trubisky, who just lost to the Patriots, did not look too hot, versus Minshew Mania and the Colts. Like I said, Colts favored by 2.5. I know the Steelers have a good defense here. Steelers need this win. Can they do it? Colts need this win too, though. And Colts are at home. Colts need this win. They're fighting for the playoff spot. I don't like this. This is a tough game. I'm going with the Colts, though. Who you going with? Jonathan Taylor. I don't know. I believe he's been injured. I think he's out for this game again, but go ahead.
I'm also going with the Colts. Steelers the past 2 weeks have not looked very impressive to me. Like you said, Trubisky, I did watch a little bit of that game to see how they were looking, and they look horrible. I think Colts win this game by probably 10.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about winning by 10, but like you said, Trubisky didn't look too bad. He only threw one pick last week, but he could have thrown more than that. Who did the Colts play? I was trying to figure out. They played Jake Browning. Jake Browning beat him down, but we'll see what happens. I think the Colts get things back rolling here. Let's go to the next game. We are going to the Broncos at the Lions. Lions need a win here. Lions are favored by 5.5. This is an 8:15 game. This is a Saturday night game. Great game here, Broncos. Bryson, are you riding with the Broncos still, or are you going with the Lions?
Giddy up, boys. We still ride with the Broncos. Coming off a win last week.
5.5. Weird number after the Lions haven't been playing too hot.
Yeah, I don't. They're kind of falling off the bus a little bit. And Russell Wilson, I think he had 1 or 2 interceptions last week.
One game off first place, I believe, behind the Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Broncos need this win very bad, so I'm going Broncos. Let's ride.
What if I would have told you, 30 for 30, what if I would have told you a team that gave up 70 points? I didn't even remember. I totally forgot they gave up 70 points. I ain't going to lie to you. Comes and wins the Super Bowl this year. That would be freaking wild.
Well, how about a team that started off 1-5 and fought their way all the way back?
Yeah, but you gave up 70 points. Wow. 70 points. There's no way that's ever happened. So giving up 70 points and then winning the Super Bowl. They're not going to win the Super Bowl. But making the playoffs, that's still a hell of achievement. No, there's no chance. No, absolutely zero chance the Broncos win the Super Bowl. And zero. They got as much chance as winning the Super Bowl as Florida State has of making the playoffs this year. And that's about what the chance they have. And the playoffs have already been solved. So anyway, but yeah, I'm going to go with the Broncos as well, though. I know the Lions need to win. I just think 5.5, weird number. Lions probably come out and win this game by 14, just because I'm thinking this. But I don't know. Broncos been good. Get the run game going. The defense has struggled with the Lions' pass defense. Cortland Sutton's been a beast for the Broncos. So, I think they keep it going. I'm going to ride with them here. Let's go to 1 p.m. games. Let's go to the Chiefs at the Patriots. Playing in Foxborough. Chiefs favored by 9.5. Patriots not looking too hot. Chiefs need a win. I think they're coming off 2 losses, one against the Packers, one against the Bills. Any other time in Foxborough, I would definitely take the Patriots. Chiefs offense has been good, but I gotta take the Chiefs here to bounce back, and somebody's having a big game. I don't know if Travis Kelce's scoring 3 touchdowns, something like that's going to happen. Chiefs going to win this game. Easy.
Give me the Patriots. In Foxborough.
A lot of points.
Yeah, it's a lot of points, and that's what I think holding me back from picking the Chiefs.
If it wasn't, if they didn't lose last week, it wouldn't be this much.
Yeah, and then Zappy looked pretty decent. So you know what? I'm going with the Patriots.
Yeah, I meant to say if they didn't lose last week, it'd probably be like 11.5 or so. But anyway, let's go to the next game. Let's go to the Jets at the Dolphins. Dolphins coming off a big loss. Jets coming off a big win. Still, I think technically fighting for a playoff spot. Is Aaron Rodgers coming back? I don't think so, but who knows? I don't know what the word is there. Dolphins favored by 9.5 in this game. Bryson.
Yeah, Cougar Hunter showed me once again why he's a Cougar Hunter. I mean, he's the man. I'm going with the Jets. I don't know. I know Tyreek Hill came back in with his hand
supposed to be good
injury. I don't know how 100% he is. He does have that dog in him. He's trying to get that 2,000 yards, which I believe he will get this season. But I'm going with the Jets. 9.5 is too much for this Jets. And Jets got a very good secondary.
Yeah, I hope Tyreek Hill gets healthy. Maybe he can possibly still make a run at the MVP. I still think he's, I don't know who I'd put an MVP right now. It could be, I think it's him. Dak Prescott could be up there, sadly. But yeah, I'm Brock Purdy. I think Brock Purdy's definitely up there. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to go with the Jets here as well. Jets defense. It wouldn't surprise me at all if the Dolphins come out and
score
stomp
70.
them. Stomp them. No, I don't think that they ain't scoring 70 here. But it wouldn't come out. It wouldn't surprise me if they came out and won this game like 31-10. Wouldn't surprise me. But Jets defense is just too good, and I think the Jets fired up. Dolphins. I think the Dolphins win this game, but I don't know how much. And Tua's got to play a little bit better than last week. So next game, Giants at the Saints. Hey, this game dude, that was so weird. You're like screen just like fast forward. It was weird. Saints favored by 6.5. But anyway, a few years ago, this game put up 102 points.
Wow.
I can promise you, I can guarantee this game they're not putting up that many points. I'd be surprised if they put up 40 points. Anyway, I'll go ahead and lead us off. I'm picking against the Saints for the first time ever this year. There's no way in hell they should be favored by 6.5 by anybody in the NFL. They shouldn't be favored by 6.5 anybody. Maybe Carolina if Carolina won the division, but they should not be favored by 6.5 by anybody. Giants defense has been good. They got Tommy Kocuts or whatever you want to call him, Don Vito, whatever you want to call him. But Giants, I'm going with the Giants here, and this is my lock of the week. I'll go ahead and spare it for you. I'm taking the Giants lock of the week plus 6.5 in New Orleans. Go ahead.
That's a very good pick, Chris. I have to agree with you there. I'll go with Giants. Derek Carr is just absolutely trash. Y'all need a quarterback very bad. Hopefully y'all do get one in this upcoming draft. I saw Drake May is declaring he is not staying his last year at North Carolina. I think that'd be a decent pickup for y'all. But
don't think we'll have
I'm going Giants.
Yeah, Derek Carr. I mean, he had a decent game last week, but still, I mean, I don't know. It's just not it, man. He's never going to lead unless you have a really, really good defense and a really good team around him. He's never going to. I mean, we have a decent defense, but he's just not it, man. And some of the throws he makes, especially that few throws against Atlanta, was awful. So got to get a quarterback, like you said. Let's go to the Bears at the Browns. Bears got Justin Fields. Browns, Joe Flacco, I believe, is going to start. Browns favored by 3.5. I'm going to roll with the Brownies. Browns at home. Defense still there. I think they shut down this Bears. I think they bring the Bears back to life.
Can you repeat that line one more time?
I'm sorry. It is going to be the Browns favored by 3.5 in this game.
Yeah, give me the Browns. Joe Flacco played amazing last week. Like he never missed a beat when he played for the Ravens. So give me the Browns.
Gotcha. I'll go back and write these picks down at the end. We'll just have to
I
remember.
think old Deshaun Watson's giving him a little rub back in the locker room. You know what I'm saying?
Oh God. Anyway, Bucks at the Packers. Packers favored by 3.5. I don't. Packers are up and down. Jordan Love, he looks good. I mean, Buccaneers pass defense ain't there. Buccaneers, I believe they beat the Falcons last week.
Yes.
But Bryson, who you want to go with in this one?
I'm going Packers.
It's in Lambeau. Packers minus 3.5. Going with the Pack.
Jordan Love's been looking pretty decent, and I'm going Packers.
I'm going to go with the Bucks here. I just think it's going to be a close game. That's the only reason. I think it's going to be a close game. I don't really have too much more to say. I feel like Buccaneers keep it close. I know their pass defense is there, but I think the overall defenses can keep him in the game. And Baker Mayfield, he's up and down, but they do have the weapons and Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and all those guys. So I'm going to take the Buccaneers here. Let's go next game. Falcons, divisional game. Falcons at the Panthers. Falcons favored by 3.5. Falcons bounce back here. Panthers probably the worst team in the league. Taking the Falcons minus 3.5, even though it's in Carolina and they're 3.5 points, but taking Falcons. Who you going with?
Yeah, giving Falcons. Panthers look absolutely horrible. I do believe Falcons bounce back from them losing to Tampa Bay. I don't see them losing this game at all.
Yeah, Bryce Young not put in the best situation though.
Sucks.
I mean, I'd take him. I mean, if we somehow we'll give up a 7th round pick for him. I mean, come on. Anyway, let's go to the next game. Texans at the Titans. Titans favored by 3.5. Weird line here, but C.J. Stroud did get hurt, maybe out. He didn't practice yesterday, or didn't practice today, excuse me. Did get hurt last week. Quarterback Davis Mills, he's not bad, rookie a few years ago. But yeah, I don't know. And they're missing the weapon. I believe they're missing Nico Collins too. I just want to double check on that before I make my pick as well. Let's see here. Nico Collins is questionable. Didn't practice Wednesday, but he was present moving and hopes to play in the game. So it looks like Nico Collins is leaning towards playing. But anyway, Texans are a little banged up. Bryson, are you right? Are you riding with the Titans? You think the Titans keep it going here after that win, or you think the Texans bounce back after a blowout?
The Titans have not been very impressed with me the past few weeks, but I'm going to take them this week. I'm going Titans. Coming off that big win, what a comeback for them. Like you said, Texans are a little banged up over there. Ain't nothing big in Texas. It just
excuse
sucks.
me, I don't mean to cut you off. Will Levis is questionable though. He was limited, so I know that may change things. But he's limited, looking like he's going to play. But anyway, go ahead.
And the way that he just put that shoulder down, looked like a prime Tim Tebow when he trucked Jalen Ramsey. Absolutely love that. So I'm going Titans.
Going Titans minus 3.5. There's two. I mean, Texans. D'Amico Ryan. I love D'Amico Ryan. I think he's a great coach. No, I think Texans win this game. May bet Texans money line. Maybe I'm going to get in trap here, but I like Davis Mills. I don't mind Davis Mills. I know they couldn't do it with him before. I mean, I think C.J. Stroud's an absolute superstar, but I don't know. I mean, they may be in trouble if C.J. Stroud don't play, but I think he's going to do everything he can to play if that's possible. They're in the playoff hunt, so I think he's wanting to play. But anyway, let's go to the next game. 4 p.m. games. We got the Niners at the Cardinals. Niners favored by 13.5, even though they're on the road. I'm gonna ride with them. I'm gonna go with the Niners still minus 13.5. I believe they win this game by 2 scores. Bryson?
That's a lot of points for the Niners, but they're playing absolutely great football at the moment. So give me the Niners.
Yeah, I don't know who I think the Cardinals may be coming off a bye. Who the Cardinals have last week? I was just kind of curious, just while I was thinking about it. Maybe coming off a bye. I can't remember. Anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna still ride with the Niners anyway, even though it's a lot of points. Let's go to the next game. We got the Commanders. I believe they had a bye last week as well. At the Rams. Rams favored by 6.5. Bryson?
Damn Rams. The Rams. I
mean,
they're looking decent.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride with the Rams too. I like Stafford. I like this team when they're healthy. And Kyron Williams, I believe he's still healthy. Commanders. I mean, Matthew Stafford could have a big game here, and the weapons, Commanders' pass defense is not it. So I'm definitely riding with the Rams here. I believe they'll put up some points in this game. Cowboys, game of the week. Cowboys at the Bills. Bills favored by 2.5. Weird. I know Bills are at home, but coming off beating the Chiefs, favored by 2.5 against one of the best teams in football. Weird line. Maybe the Bills come out and win this game. I would love to see it. This is probably where the Cowboys shit the bed, but Josh Allen, he's going to throw a pick in this game against this Cowboys defense. Diggs could have a big game here too, though, especially if he's lined up with Bland. I know Bland, good cornerback, but he forces turnovers, but does give up some big plays. But I'm riding with the Cowboys here, plus 2.5.
Yeah, man, tough. I'm going Bills. Cut off a big win.
Pretty much a pick 'em here. So
yeah, I mean, I just don't like the Cowboys. I really don't. But their defense over there in Dallas is damn good. But I'm going with Bills.
Yeah, and I mean, CD Lamb's been good. The offense has been good. Cowboys will fall apart in the playoffs. I just don't think this is the right time yet. Let's go Sunday night football. Let's go the Ravens at the Jaguars. Ravens favored by 3.5. I don't know what the word is on Trevor Lawrence. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think he did play last week anyway. We'll assume Trevor Lawrence is playing. He did play last week, so I'm assuming he's good to go. Ravens favored by 3.5 in this game. Bryson, who you got?
Yeah,
It's in Jacksonville Sunday night. Who knows? I think Jacksonville is a little banged up. Ravens.
Yeah, I'm going Jacksonville. I'm going Jacksonville.
Ravens, that's your favorite player.
Yeah. Yep. ETN having a decent season.
It's gonna be rough to run on that Ravens defense.
It is. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a very low scoring game. But I got the Ravens. I'm sorry, Jaguars.
I'm gonna go with the Ravens to win this game. Jacksonville. I think the Ravens. I believe the Ravens are going to fall apart like the Cowboys. Ravens are not one of my teams. I think they make it to the championship game. They're not one of my teams to make it to the Super Bowl. Jacksonville was actually my bold prediction to make it, but I don't know. I just don't think it's the right time. I think Ravens are, very good in the regular season. Defense is very good. I think they win this game at least by a touchdown here. So. And bounce back. I don't think Jacksonville will be able to put up as many points as the Rams did. Like you, I think this game is going to be a little bit lower scoring. I think it could be 27, 24, 21 games, something like that. Let's go Monday Night Football. They flexed this game to Monday night. I believe they took off can't remember what they took off, one of the games here, but Eagles at the Seahawks. Eagles favored by 4.5. I believe Geno's out. I know he didn't play last week. It's at Seattle. I'm going to go with the Eagles. Eagles bounce back here minus 4.5. Seattle's just not very good. I think Eagles definitely need this win. Could be a close game in Seattle, but I think the Eagles dominate here.
Yeah, I'm also going Eagles here. I think they win a whole lot more than 4.5 in my opinion. I could see them winning about 10, but I'm going Eagles.
Gotcha. And my lock of the week was the Giants. Bryson, did you have one you liked?
I'm going Rams money line.
Rams money line. So you're going Rams money line.
Yep.
And maybe put them in a parlay this week since we don't have too much college. So maybe we'll put the locks in a parlay.
But also, another good one I also like is I like Falcons too.
Falcons. Gotcha. We'll go with your Rams. I like the Rams pick.
Oh, yeah, the Rams all day. If I had a second one, it would be Falcons money about spread, but I like Rams money line. I really do. I mean, when they're healthy, they're dangerous, and Matthew Stafford's a damn good quarterback.
Yeah, money line. I mean, you're not going to get much points, but you're not going to get we'll see what the odds are because Rams. I mean, you're not going to get too much odds on that, and we'll have to maybe we can get one underdog from one of the other co-hosts. But anyway, I think that's about it for this week. Excited for these games. Definitely excited for the college football playoffs and the bowl games here coming up. We will be back next week for that. We're going to do pick'em games next week, probably on Wednesday, I'm guessing. We'll be back for NFL as well. But if you do, like I said, make sure you like, subscribe on Apple Podcasts, check it out on Spotify, and you can rewatch on YouTube as well. But yeah, anything else, Bryce?
I just want to say it's been a great season for.
I hate it's
But
coming to. And
I know,
we got
yeah,
we
it's
got
the
we're
saddest
gonna come
thing.
up with some idea. We got to keep something going here. Something
Um,
Mulligans
know,
Unlimited, maybe we'll keep that. Maybe we'll start back and play some more golf.
we're coming up on a 1 year anniversary of Mulligans Unlimited. We started in I believe December around that time or January, something like that.
Yeah.
But it's been a great season for both college and NFL.
Yeah.
I'll go pat myself on the back here. I did not expect to be over 500 this season in the NFL, and I can't believe I am. But we also want to do a gambling stream soon.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do that in the next couple of weeks as well. We are going to possibly do something with the college football playoffs and NCAA 14 here coming shortly. If you're a past viewer of this, if you ever watched us do the simulation streams, we might do that. We'll see how it goes if we can get it set up in time before the playoffs. But yeah, appreciate you watching. Peace. All right, boys. If you're watching on YouTube, peace out. I don't think anyone's really watching, but deuces.